Testing. Testing. Hey, Alex. Okay, so we finally have audio. Welcome to the Nutmeg Curling Club in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Elf, you have some audio.
Good morning, all you early morning curling listeners. This is Alf Winter reporting from the Media Center at Nutmeg Curling Club. Britt, we have some audio for you. And just to catch you up to date, this is the round robin of the 53rd Golden Handle Bonspiel. And at the end of one end, it would appear that each of the three teams with hammer picked up 1 point. So on sheet C, we have Conrad versus Scimia, and Ed Conrad from, Earl Conrad from Plainfield picked up 1 and has 2 nicely frozen rocks in the 4-foot. And Ed Scimia, now with hammer, has his vice Kelly Sambos throwing. Over on sheet B, we have Mayne from Nutmeg Curling Club playing against the Petersham rink of Kevin Hotaling. And on sheet A, we have the Gallegos rink from Ardsley playing against the Greene rink. And Michael Greene with his rink plays out of Long Island Curling Club. So let's join the action here on the ice now that we've got the particulars set up. Once again, after the first end, Long Island took 1 with hammer. Hotaling from Petersham took 1 with hammer on sheet B. And Earl Conrad from Plainfield took 1 with hammer on sheet C. I'm joined today by our co-host and technical advisor, Liz Brown Tully.
Still trying to figure out.
World traveler.
Yeah, that's right.
We have a report from a listener that we do have video. Oh, what a fine shot Kelly just made here. Frozen to the rock on the button, putting Earl's team in a precarious situation. Any comments today, Mike Hope?
No comments. We got 4 viewers.
Britt is one of our viewers. He's in Black Rock, and I want to keep up with all the games because not only do we have the live stream, but for posterity, we have this on tape, and a lot of these teams want to see their action later on, show that to their families and loved ones, and curling fans worldwide. We have the skips throwing on C and on B. Mayne is getting in the house, directing Kathy. Sean has 1 rock in the house in front of the tee line over on the 8-foot, fighting the 12. And it looks like he wants to throw 1 to split the house and set up his deuce. On sheet C, we've got 2 rocks pinching the button. Ed's frozen in front, and Earl's just behind the tee line. Earl's attempt to put a guard on it came up just a little wide, so Ed has a nice corridor where he has a very good chance to hit, stick, and sit 2 with hammer. want to get our cameras on so we can get that part going.
Okay.
Ed is on target here. Nice firm takeout weight, gonna nail it right on the nose. Sitting two, and both fell behind guard. What an excellent shot. Excellent shot here. We got the, let's zoom in on the close-up on C, near C.
Remind me how to do this.
Oh dear. Cameras. Near C. And then click, we like Maria. So as you can see on sheet C, we've got two rocks straddling the T line. Care to join in on the audio?
No.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Not right now.
Okay. I don't think they put the score up properly on sheet 2 because it shows that Red stole 2, and yet Emily threw. Okay. On sheet B, we've got Emily Winter delivering her second stone. And we'll see that coming into camera range here momentarily. Sweepers are on it. Kathy and Nigel bringing it. Fine set of center guards. Let's make a run back over to sheet C because Earl is attempting. Oh my, he's going to have a fine shot here. Oh! He breezed off the shot, and Ed has sitting 2 with a draw for 3. There's been a correction on the scoreboard on the far side. Sean did take 2 in the second end. After 2 ends, rink Mayne is leading 2-1, as we expected. I'm waiting for a posting of the score on sheet A between Gallegos and Greene. We want to get this last shot here by Ed Scimia. His hammer sitting 2 with a draw for 3. Kelly Jensen holding the broom. Courtney Mears and Larry Bouchard looking on. The rock is not light. It's coming past the tee line and out the back. Ed Scimia takes 2. And with that, we'll switch to the far side and see what's going on here. Score update after 2 ends. Sheet A tied at 1-1. Greene and Gallegos. Gallegos throwing the yellow rocks on sheet A. Sheet B, Sean Mayne up 2-1. Sean's rink is throwing yellow rocks. And on sheet C, Ed Scimia up 2-1 on Earl Conrad. And they're throwing yellow rocks. Let's zoom in on Courtney here, throwing her lead rock over on sheet C with a star-studded pair of pants today, I see. Her shot's loose. Let's do a cube zoom to get the results here. Sweepers are on it. Courtney looking very sharp today. And that rock is heading in.
Well placed.
Well played. Pity I didn't get it. There we are. She put it right on the 4-foot on the top of the button. Earl is putting the broom down. Looks like we're going for a takeout. Oh, we have a little change in the changes in latitude over on sheet B. It would appear that an attempt to run back actually gave Sean's team a biter on the top 12 behind a massive array of guards. Back to the big scene. On C, the sweepers are furiously trying to hold that line. They're doing a Toto there. Hold the line. Love isn't always on time. Oh, I got several of those. Wait till somebody wrecks on a guard. Sean had.
I like to sing that song in my head.
As you're sweeping?
Because you're mine, I sweep the line.
Because you're mine. Taking a look on sheet B here, we got some action going on. I can't tell if we have 2 biters there or even 3. Let's bring it back. So we got the skip. Looks like he wants to do some house cleaning and get rid of some of that guards in front. And they are coming loose. Got some big weight on the way on sheet B. The granite will fly. But we seem to have well, let's look on sheet C because Larry Bouchier, or Skinny Larry, is attempting a takeout here. And he flashed it just narrow on the in-turn.
Yeah, so you're right. The ice is a lot faster.
A lot quicker. Nutmeg Curling Club had a flood, a purposeful flood on December 27th, 28th. We flooded the ice and rescraped it, so it started off a little green for a few days, and it's settling into, if not championship speed and curling, it is level all throughout. Kathy Morley on B is bringing it into the house, and they are sweeping furiously to take it deep. And deep it is, just through the back of the house.
Any of our watchers can give us feedback in case they're interested in any particular sheet or any particular
A is getting short shrift at this point, but we will not neglect
Send us a message.
the Gallegos Greene competition. That's why we're keeping the wide angle until we come up with something really interesting. Speaking of really interesting, let's go look at C, because Larry now has a more complicated takeout here, and he's going to throw the in-turn once again. And we're going to bring it in tight. As you can see, there's 3 red rocks in the house. And, oh no, Flash, savior of the universe. Flash, Flash Gordon. Earl has quite the setup now with 2 split rocks and a backbiter and a 12-foot. And he's going to pile them up over on that side of the house. Let's stay with it on this camera view, and then we're going to switch to the general view because, oh, I see Sean Mayne heading for the hack with his first skip rock with a well-protected house. Yes, I'd say the ice is running fast, Elizabeth. And we'll cube zoom to the big view now. Give everybody a chance to see the scoreboard after 2 ends. Sean Mayne has his rock away. His first skip rock on the 3rd end without hammer. It's coming. Maybe I can get in on that far B house real quick here, get a close look, see what those sweepers action. They're going. Just past the tee line, a little bit open. Let's see what it looks like from the house. Sean's got two in the house, bracketing the 4 foot, one just behind the tee line.
Scimia has a serious situation brewing here.
Indeed. Let's zoom in on C and see what Earl and Ed have going here.
Guess they have a much faster center than they expected.
Yes, the ice has definitely picked up speed. Being that it was, what about single digits last night, perhaps someone left the door open and let the ice cool.
Maybe.
Earl's got another rock on the way with his vice, and that would be Mary. Got to give a shout out to all the players here. Mary Cognetta, and her rock is going a bit deep. Everybody's gone past the tee line over there. This may give Ed a way out. Let's see what Kelly can do here with her second vice rock without hammer. The house is well split. Not a guard in sight.
He's given up on the hits. Or no, he hasn't. He's changed his mind.
We'll go to the big view. Get everybody's shot in sight here. Sean maintained his 2 rocks. I suspect Sean's going to put a guard up on B. Kelly wobbled, but she let it go. Shall we zoom in on that house, Liz? Yes, do let's. Sweepers are off. Rocks wide. It's not curling. Oh. 4 rocks in the house.
The situation continues to
deteriorate like weather on Lake Erie this time of year.
Oh, if you're full of them.
That's funny. Sometimes I say I'm full of it. Mary Cognetta here on C is going to be putting up another rock here with 4 in the house already. The only salvation for Ed's squad now is that 3 of them are behind the tee line. But Mary wants, I think that's not going to be light enough to be a guard. Once again, the deceptive speed of Nutmeg's ice.
Well, it is very tough to tell from this angle, from the warm room.
I'd say it's coming down. Well, let's let the viewers decide. Oh, that's a fine shot. That's
not a great guard. It's too wide, but
a bit wide.
It may work.
Ed does have an out. We're going to run back here because now there's some serious action going on B, and we're going to cut right to that house because hammer with Sean sitting 3, and this rock is not narrow.
I don't know. I see 4 or maybe 5 out there actually.
Oh dear, this rock is getting away.
But it's going to stick around and at least outcount the biters.
But I see 3 for Sean Mayne here, and that end is done. So a big steal of 3 for Sean and Nigel and Kathy and Emily. Big steal of 3, so a big game changer on sheet B. Sean Mayne steals 3 and jumps to a 5-1 lead after 3 ends. Ed over on sheet C now.
Has to do some triage. Is that the right word?
He has a pretty good chance of forcing him to 1 still, because a hit with a slight roll behind cover will pretty well block out all those other points. Ed's shot is underway. We are going to zoom right in on this house.
Unfortunately, Ed does not have hammer.
No, but he can force them to 1 yet. But he's on the shot.
Perfect. Amazing.
Very nice.
Great.
But he left himself open, but he did clear a lot of granite away. let's look in on a Greene and Gallegos. We've got a score of 3-1. We have some hockey players thinking they want to try our ice out, but we had to turn them away. Greene from Long Island took 2 in the third end and are leading. No. Matt Gallegos took 2 in the third end. Gallegos is leading 3-1 after 3 ends. Oh, Earl did a fine shot there on C. Chipped out Ed's rock. Earl is sitting for Ed's going to look long and hard at this. I would suspect he would want to draw right onto that rock sitting on the tee line.
Yep, that's what I would do.
To prevent a chip out. He just, yeah, I'd love to freeze to it. Does not want to kiss that guard in front of it, which from the overhead doesn't look like it's part of the equation, but looking down the ice as I stand behind the sheet here is a real possibility. So we'll hold it here on sheet C for this crucial shot here. Ed's in the hack. He's giving it the left-hand in-turn. Draw weight. Larry's on it. Courtney's on it. Sweepers are on. Sweepers are off. The shot appears narrow. They're pulling hard. No, they got the weight. They're good sweepers. Look at this. They are dragging it right down to it. An excellent shot. Earl does have a chance to chip it out for big money here. Let's go back to the big overview. Give it a cube zoom. There you go.
You can turn your headset off if you want to mute it, but I think there was a mute here somewhere. You just have to unmute it.
It'd be nice if we just had a little thing on it. You could just. What's? Oh, is that what?
That was the reason we didn't have audio before.
They were just off.
We were stopping.
So technical. A little. Like 5-10 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so Earl Conrad making his way to the hack. Mary Cognetta has put the broom down for him. He has 4 in the house. Ed sitting 1 with a corner freeze.
Not frozen.
But not frozen. And Earl could chip that loose tooth out for 4 or 5 points.
If he gets it at the wrong angle, though,
He could end up with a steal.
he's going to jam on the back, which is still
Earl a left-hander too.
a lot of left-handers in this game. Never really.
It's so far it's narrow, but I'm liking it. They better start sweeping.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks like a very nice shot for Earl.
Up.
And he picked it clean for 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, well, that is a major game changer. Ed needs to regroup, He's got the ground troops to do this. All right, let's flip back to the house side cameras, and maybe if we're lucky, the viewing public can see us in our control center here behind sheet C.
Let's see how these other games are shaping up. They're
Sean's taken a commanding 5-1 lead after 3 ends. Gallegos is up 3-1. Relatively clean house, got some corner guards. Matt is going to take that rock out. Let's give Shade A some love, all right? What do you say? Because they haven't had much action going on here. Matt with yellow has signaled a takeout on the rock in the top 12. Shots underway. Sweeper's on it. Sweeper's off. Hit. And just rolled out. So Gallegos has 1 yellow in the back 12. Up 3-1. Looks like Greene is calling for a takeout of that rock in the back. Earl had his lead. Melissa Yob put one in the house went to the back 8. Ed, ignoring it, is going for the corner guard, and Courtney Mears put a fine corner guard up. So he's building for a big end here. He's not going to fall for that, going for that rock in the house. Ed knows how to get more than 2 in an end. Over on B, we've got Sean with a rock behind a loaded gun, and he's going to ask Kathy Morley to put up a guard. Given that Sean doesn't have hammer, that seems like a prudent call. Kathy's got it away. The dynamic sweeping combo of Nigel Lucas and Emily Winter are waiting for the call. Weight looks good. Now they're on it at the hog line. Shot might have been a little wider than they wanted, but it does block up that center line. Over on C, Earl asked his lead to put a center guard up, and Melissa responded with a beautiful center guard. And now Courtney is going to work on C. Her shot's away. Let's see where they put it. It's coming down the middle, curling just gently past the guard. Looks like she's coming in behind her corner guard very nicely. Larry's on it. Right to the tee line and put the brakes on. Fine shot by Courtney. Scimia is sitting 1 after the lead rocks. There's a center guard in play and a corner guard. 2 rocks in the house. Courtney right on the tee line. Over on, oh, looks like we have a takeout here, and hit. Oh, what a fine shot on C. Let's get in close on that. I wish we had the replay on that, but it was a hit and roll, nicely behind guard. And now Ed's got a couple of rocks in the house that he's not liking the looks of, and he's put the broom down for a takeout with Larry. And let's see if he's calling for the light takeout for the shot on the top of the button or the peel. Sweepers are all on this. It's a fine looking shot, but it's going to peel the guard, which is not an unsatisfactory result. Center guard removed. Probably wasn't the A call, but it's a good B call. Guard peeled. Rock on the button exposed. Second rock. First rock by the seconds. Over on B, we got Sean Mayne sitting one with a wall of guards in front. He's apparently pleased with his guard. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow rocks around the center line. We can have a look at that on the overhead. Oh, and there's a little biter out there just in case things get interesting. But this looks like a solid force or chance to steal one. Let's go back to the overhead because somehow Earl wasn't able to get a guard up from his second, Michael. And Larry is bringing the heat. And he's looking for a run back double. And he succeeded. Look at that. Larry comes through with a nice double take. 1.5 double takeout. Near C. The end result of that is Larry shot sitting at the top of the 4-foot. He knocked the red rock all the way back to the 12. It is wide open. Mary Cognetta is now taking up position, and Earl has got the broom down for a takeout. Mary's shot is underway. Looks like she's on target. Nice split house. Earl had a tough going of it last night against Rink Mayne in this round robin competition, but he has brought his A game Saturday morning with his team. Mary looking sharp, Mike and Melissa, and he has got a setup now which is not going to allow Ed to get a lot of points here. Got 2 rocks in the 12-foot opposite corners of the house, and Kelly Jensen is bringing her first rock now. Sweepers are on it. We're going to stay right here on C. Sweepers are off. Rocks hitting the hog line. You're about to see it. Coming nicely in behind guard. Hit the brakes now. And she's on the corner of the 4-foot, right on the tee line. Fine draw weight by Kelly Zambos. Looking at B, I think Sean's asking for a guard now. Not only is he asking for it, but he's executing it himself. If you want a good guard, you always want to put it up yourself. And he has put an excellent shot up. Let's take a quick look at sheet B. No, not so fast. Because Earl asked Mary to do another takeout, and he succeeded. And now, once again, Kelly is going to be throwing her second vice rock with hammer, facing 2 rocks in opposite corners of the house. One on the 12 and one biting the 8. Kelly's shot is away. Let's zoom in on this. You can see Ed with his ever-present orange in reverence to the orange of Syracuse. Kelly throwing another beautiful draw right around that guard. Oh, look at this. A fine shot. Get it buried. Just behind the tee line, but nicely under cover. I don't see any way of taking that rock out without a jam on the red rock behind it. There could be a deuce or 3-pointer here yet. Let's go back to the overview and see what's going on, because Sean put a nice guard up, and what is it? Kevin Hotaling has a difficult situation here on B. Let's sneak in and have a look at the results of this shot because he.
But what? What? She wants a drink, but what drink?
Yeah.
It's not 11 o'clock yet.
It's not 11. It's not Sunday. It's Saturday.
Saturday's night?
Saturday can open, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
It's, let's see what she wants.
And they kicked away on B. It looks like Sean took another one. Back to the overview. Earl is in the hack on C. So we're going to watch him. Let's check out Earl's delivery. Shots away with a left-hander. Mary's crouching, calling the line. The sweepers are all on it. It's a nice looking shot, but it's just a little narrow. Let's see. Let's see. Kissed a piece of it, and Ed sweeping furiously. Ed's shot. Ed's sitting one. So, Ed has 2 rocks left, and Earl has 1. Ed sitting 1 just behind the tee line, pretty much behind guard now. Earl's rock just kissed it. C is over on your viewing left, and it would appear the yellow rock is shot over the red rock to the all side of that. And let's see if we can get an update on the score on sheet A after 4 ends. Sweepers are on Ed Scimia's shot here on C. Let's have a close look and see how they're doing. Larry is busting it. And it's still moving, still moving, still moving. They want to get 8 foot, and it's a nice guard to protect their 1. Earl's going to try and draw inside of that, it would appear. Britt, I bet you want to have a score update here, so allow me. It would appear that Gallegos stole 1 in the 4th to lead 4-1. Sean Mayne stole 1 in the 4th to go up 6-1. And we're still working on sheet C here. So there's your scores. 4-1 Gallegos over Greene, 6-1 Sean Mayne over Kevin Hotaling and the Petersham rink. And here on sheet C, the nutmeg rink of Ed Scimia is behind the Plainfield rink of Earl Conrad. 6-2 after that big 5-point third end. And Earl's shot is underway. Let's close in on near C and see what happens. I would have thought it was wide, but it's coming in. But it's not. Well, let's see. All right, their second shot. Ed should have a hit to get 2 points here. He certainly can't get any more than that because there's no other yellow rocks in the house. Bet Earl would have liked to have left that one a little higher, but Earl is shot at the moment. Now, there is a jam possibility in the back here. And that would cause Earl to have a steal. So Ed is very mindful of the jam. Kelly's got the broom down. Ed, the left-hander, is in the hack. Ed's away. Got some pretty good weight on this takeout. It's not narrow. Here it comes. Oh, and he did jam. Oh. It would appear that Earl Conrad took one with a steal. So, Earl Conrad goes up 7-1 after 4 ends. Oh! Nigel just attempted an angle run back on B and narrowly missed the red rock in the house, which is sitting behind yellow center guard. So the seconds are underway here. Kevin Hotaling from Petersham is asking his second Bill Reed to put up another one here. He's with Hammer. Let's close in on the action here on sheet B and see what's going on. Sean with a pretty commanding 6-1 lead. And Bill Reed's rock is coming past the tee line. Back 12, just off the center line. Kathy Morley's going to step into the hack. Let's see if we can get a look at Kathy's delivery here, because Kathy is one of the few with the lift delivery on takeout, and it's always exciting to see her put that in play. So here she comes, and she is rearing back and lift, and she's bringing the weight, folks. Take a load off Fanny and put the load right on me. Oh, what a shot Kathy just played. A double tick, which put red closer to the button. I want to get to those far houses where the action really is here. Over on sheet A, Gallegos has got 3 rocks in the house, including a biter over on the far side. And he's throwing skip rock. So sheet A is moving along at a very brisk pace here with Gallegos up 4-1. Matt is resplendent as always in his +4s and high red socks, matching red sweater and green penguin or puffin toque. Rock is away on sheet A. Looks like he wants to take that sole lone red rock out that's sitting on the front of the house. Put him in total command of the 4-foot. It's very down weight. Down weight enough to take it out. Matt has complete command of the house now with 3 in and 1 on the corner. A guard just off center. There is a path to the button on A. And Greene is going to try to capitalize on that. Little change in the scenery on sheet B. Let's zoom in on the action and see what the house looks like. Appears Kathy Morley got a nice shot on the front of the button. It would appear red is pointing at this point. Kathy is in the hack preparing her second shot. Sean's got the broom down. Kathy goes with more conventional slide delivery on the draw weight. Nigel and Emily ready with their brooms. Sean watching it intently, coming to the house. Nigel sweeps. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Ooh, just moved it an inch. That could be quite the difference. I think there may be a measurement here on sheet B later if these stand. Sean also has complete command of the button now. And let's step back here and get an overview for Britt and company. Over on C, it looks like Earl has pretty good command of the house. He's got sitting one. Larry Boucher unleashing his first rock. And my mistake, folks. I put the wrong house up. Let's correct that. Far C. Let's see what happened here. Oh, Larry put one in the top four, close to the button, right on the center line. It's open, but there is a jam possibility. So we're going to leave it here because Earl has asked his second, Mike Job, for a takeout, and he successfully chipped that rock away. Oh.
So Brian, see, I've changed the text here, but there's nowhere to submit it. Do you see anything where I can there's some place to update?
No, just want to update the.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it, but I thought maybe you'd see something that I didn't.
I'll get that spelling better, Brian.
Here, just do this.
Where's the delete button?
It'll just go.
Ah, close
Figure
enough.
it out like that.
Okay. Satirizing. Yeah, that's good.
No, that's not good.
Humanity. Mathematics.
Close enough for me.
Alright, sounds good.
All right, we're looking at sheet C here. Earl's still sitting one. Gotta pull it back here so we get a look at everybody's action. Sean has a first rock loose on. Oh, Sean just knocked a few teeth loose here. And now yellow is commanding the house with three. Over on sheet A, they're kicking them away, and I think that Mr. Gallegos picked up another steal, leading 5-1 after 5 ends. And here on sheet C, Mary Cognetta, the vice for Earl Conrad, has brought her rock into play. And just over the tee line to the back four, Earl's sitting two. Ed's asking Kelly to put one right on the button, freezing to that rock on the back 4 foot. Let's pull it back to get a good overview here. We'll zoom in on Kelly's shot here because she is now in the hack. Pretty fair weight on this. Sweepers are holding off. All right, we're going to zoom right in on this. Rock's holding out wide for now, and it's staying wide. It's coming in, coming in, coming in. Oh, she may be shot. She may be shot, but it's just a tad wide. Yes, this is the media center, reporting to you from sunny Bridgeport, Connecticut, where the temperature would be about negative 15 Celsius.
And only 65 inside.
Eh? And a brisk 12 degrees Celsius inside of the room here. The warm room may be a misnomer. Black coffee, please. This is awesome. Mary Cognetta now replying on sheet C. Coming down the center line. Sweepers are on it. Sweepers are off it. She nestled it right on the button. Frozen.
Oh, if I was spot on, it is 65.
65. Oh, well, it's 19 degrees in here then. It's warm as toast. This is a warm room.
We just realized the heat wasn't on like 10 minutes ago. Here you go.
Let's pull it back here. We got some action going on the other sheets. I want to direct your attention to Sean Mayne, who just made a lovely hit and roll to maintain 3 rocks in the house. Kelly has now put her second vice rock away, and it's coming in. It's coming in. Shook them up a little bit. Red sitting 1, yellow 2 and 3. Ed yellow with hammer. If ever a team wanted a guard, this is where Earl would want one. Larry's doing a little morning dance out there on in preparation while this shot is being set up. Let's pull it back here. Oh, let's look at the strategy. How does a team strategize their shots? Well, Earl and Mary are discussing pinpoint location where they want it, and they are not going to be content with a guard, but rather they want one that's going to get in there to the button and freeze for 2. Earl setting up the broom. I believe Earl is a veteran of quite a few golden handle bonspiels here at Nutmeg. I think he is in the decade club more than twice over. Always good to see Earl come into town. Working his way back to the hack, we're going to work our way back to the overview. Got your scores all up there. Gallegos leading 5-1. Long Island team resplendent in their yellow matching jerseys, t-shirts. Update on the Sean Mayne match on sheet B. Sean stole 2 in the 5th end and now are up 8-1. Okay, sheet C, Earl's rock is away, and we are going to zoom in to see the action as it crosses the hog line. Sweepers are on it, sweepers are on it. It's getting away. Ed has an opening. With his first rock with hammer. Earl's rock did not guard the red rock sitting on the back of the button. Ed and Kelly are discussing it. Kelly has the world famous sweep apnea hat on with the which she embroidered herself, and you can't miss that house on the roof of her hat. Little shout out to Sean's rink here. Emily just threw a takeout and succeeded in removing the red rock, although she lost her shooter. But with a lead such as that, that's a fine shot. Ed's now in the hack on sheet C. I'm going to switch that view so we can get it. We can see his shot as it releases here. You can see him in the orange Syracuse. He's back. The left-hander delivers. Shots away. Let's merge to the other end. And oh no, he was narrow and cost him. His shot rock fell away, knocked Earl's rock closer in. Earl is still sitting one. Pull it back here because Nigel has been asked to do a takeout on the near end and has successful. Britt, just so you know, Sean's keeping a clean house here, up 8-1. He is not allowing any red rocks to remain in play for more than a few seconds. That's what's going on sheet B. Now, Earl Conrad staring down where he's sitting one, and if he places a well-placed guard here, he'll be in pretty good position to steal one, and if he doesn't, Ed Scimia will have a good shot for picking up three. Kevin Hotaling had his second. Bill Reed put a nice draw right to the back of the button, and Sean is saying, I'll have none of this. I want that red rock out. Nigel in the hack. Nigel's released it. We're going to have a quick look at that. Back to Earl's rock. Oh, Earl just put a beauty in there. He is on his game. This is what Ed's staring at now. 2 on the button. This is a game in the 4-foot. We have 6 rocks in the 4-foot here on sheet C. Ed is going to be hard pressed to get multiple points out of this end. Incidentally, Nigel did a fine job removing that rock on B. While they're working that over, let's have a look at some of the other houses here. Gallegos, being up 5-1 with yellow on sheet A, has a fair amount of rocks in play, as well as a nice covered rock on the top of the 4-foot. Let's take a look at sheet A here to give you what's going on there. Gallegos with the yellow rocks has one on the top 4, pretty well behind guard. And Gallegos is going to be, Matt's going to be throwing a rock now. Without hammer, you think he might want to put a guard up? And again, he might want to go for serious damage. Brooms up. Matt's in the hack. Red socks, red sweater, +4s. White shoes, green toque. Rocks away. Let's zoom in on sheet A. And he did not quite get it over the hog line, or did he? That's a high guard, folks. I guess we're done at the far end here just to get the scores up to date. Given that Earl Conrad's team throwing first, they did complete the steal in N6. Kathy Morley is throwing a rock through, apparently. That was a yellow takeout with no other red rocks in sight. I don't know if she was trying to chip the guard away. Going to get some action here on sheet A in a moment. You can see the Long Island team is grouping around their skip, Mr. Greene, Michael Greene. Marianne McDonald is holding the broom in the house. And they're going to attempt looks like they're going to try a takeout across a tight guard here. All right, let's zoom in on the house here and have a look at what's going on sheet A, where Gallegos has a 5-1 lead. Oh, and there's a crash on the guards. And Edmund Fitzgerald, we have a wreck. Yes, the legend lives on from the Chippewa on down. And that would mean that Gallegos now has a shot to cover up some more. I'm going to pull it back to the overview of the near houses. The 8 o'clock draw is now closing in on 9:30, and it looks like the three matches have gotten a bit one-sided. Matt Gallegos has delivered his yellow rock down sheet A. I can zoom in on that house for your viewing pleasure. Fine looking rock. Greene still has a shot to get in there and dislodge that yellow for a point, but it's a pretty tight portal at this stage. Hold it back here for a while. Sean once again content to merely clear any red rock that's in sight, and he's got a biter in front and another on the back four, back of the tee line in the 8-foot. Kevin Hotaling is staring down a tough situation. Earl just had his second. Mike Yo put up a very nice guard in front of their one counting rock in the back 8. Let's look at C here because they're playing in a little wick and it didn't open it up a bit. Looks like there's some question about whether a rock was burned. Being out by the sideline, it's probably not going to be of major consequence. Pull it back to the main view here. We have a lot of action going on. The 10 o'clock draw is pouring into the club. We've got Mike Yob putting up another guard here on C. Let's pull in on his results here. It's coming in nicely. The sweepers are on it. Going to kiss the guard, perhaps? Yes, it did. And they have a biter. Over on B, they're sweeping furiously. This is madness. Madness. And madness comes through as they put a third rock in the house for Sean. Off the center line. Emily and Nigel, sweepers non pare. Larry Bouchier on C. So we have some fast action here, folks, for early in the morning. He is trying to draw one in here, and the sweepers have got to work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, work it. It's coming close. They are really got to work this rock, folks. He got it to the 12. Kelly and Courtney with the gold star pants here. Earl is going to call for what would appear to be a tap up from his vice, Mary Cognata. He's got a rock on the center line and a rock just off, and I'm thinking he wants to tap one of those in there for a little extra change in his pocket. He's watching it carefully. Let's cube zoom in on this one and see what we get. Mary's rock is underway. I think you're about to see it come into play right here. It's a fine looking shot for a tap. A fine looking shot. Oh yeah. Just like they draw it up in the textbooks. Earl is pleased with that one. Looks like they're going to go down the ice for the 7th end on sheet B. Or Ed asked Kelly to clear some wreckage out of the center, and she succeeded in knocking one red away. Still leaving a variety of guards. Earl's going to call for Mary to once again tap the rock further in. And it looks like we did have handshakes on B. The players will be coming into the warm room shortly to furious applause for the entertainment value of the day. Zooming in on C again. Sweepers are on it. It's coming to the hog line. And a pretty nice shoulder which will negate any run back of that yellow rock possibly. Ed gave a tap to his shoulder. Looks like we're going for a little takeout, maybe a hit roll here from Kelly. Got the intern called. Kelly in the hack. Rocks away. Courtney and Larry chasing it down. Sweeping. Here it comes into view, folks. Looks like it's going to just about hit it on the nose. Red still sitting 2. Yellow with hammer. We'll flip over to the far side here and have a look and see how it's going on sheet A. Yellow once again in command, 2 in the house. Another yellow rock on the way. Total command of the 4-foot here. I better give a shout out to Sharon Gallegos and Tom Daly and Kate McKinley, who've made Matt's job Very easy here. A lot of rocks in play in front of the tee line, guard zone, forcing Mr. Greene to keep dislodging their rocks, and Brian McConnell just let one loose, doing his best. And he did remove some granite here. Removed one, knocked one to the back 12. There you get a look at Matt and his plus fours. Yes. All right, stand by a second, viewing public. We'll leave it on the general view. I'm going to switch to the switcher here.
So I appreciate you going to do the ice for.
All right.
And are you aware of?
We're going to wrap up our audio portion of the show here momentarily because I have been designated for ice duty for the 10 a.m. draw. And but we're going to stay on here long enough to see Ed deliver his first rock with hammer here in the 7th end. Quick switch to the other side shows that Gallegos is well in command in the house. Got a center guard with 2 rocks pretty much behind, another rock in the back 12. Ed is facing a sea of rocks in front of the house, and he is going to let it go, and we will zoom in on that house. Oh, just ticked off. He had a good chance of a run back to that red in the back 8, and it just ticked off another rock and slid harmlessly out of the way. Earl is now sitting 3 in the house. And I thank you for your time. I want you viewers to enjoy the video and stick around for the 10 a.m. draw that's coming up shortly. This is Alf Winter signing off from the 53rd Golden Handle at the Nutmeg Curling Club and Media Center in sunny Bridgeport, Connecticut.